Class 1 Division 1 or Division 2 enclosure is not automatically suitable for use as an NEMA 3R enclosure. While both types of enclosures provide protection, they are designed to address different hazards. Class 1 Division 1 and Division 2 enclosures are primarily designed to prevent explosions in hazardous locations where flammable gases, vapors, or liquids may be present. NEMA 3R enclosures, on the other hand, are designed to provide protection against rain, sleet, snow, and ice formation. The fact that you are experiencing water entry in your Class Division 2 enclosure suggests that it may not be providing adequate protection against the elements, even if it is properly rated for its intended hazardous location. To determine if a Class 1 Division 1 or Division 2 enclosure is also suitable as a NEMA 3R enclosure, you must verify that it meets the specific requirements of both standards. Firstly, the enclosure must be listed and labeled for both Class Division protection and NEMA 3R protection. This means that it has been tested and certified by a recognized testing laboratory to meet the requirements of both standards. Secondly, the enclosure must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards. This includes ensuring that all seals, gaskets, and other components are properly installed and maintained. Thirdly, the enclosure should be inspected regularly to ensure that it is providing adequate protection. This includes checking for signs of damage, corrosion, or water entry. If you are experiencing water entry in your Class Division 2 enclosure, you should take the following steps. 1. Inspect the enclosure for any signs of damage or corrosion. 2. Check all seals, gaskets, and other components to ensure that they are properly installed and maintained. 3. Verify that the enclosure is properly listed and labeled for both Class Division protection and NEMA 3R protection. 4. Consult with a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to determine the best course of action. It is important to note that simply adding an NEMA 3R cover or shield to a Class 1 Division 1 or Division 2 enclosure does not automatically make it suitable for use as a NEMA 3R enclosure. The entire enclosure must be listed and labeled for both types of protection. Understanding the differences between Class Division and NEMA ratings is crucial for ensuring electrical safety in various environments. Class 1 Division 1 locations are areas where ignitable concentrations of flammable gases, vapors, or liquids are present continuously, intermittently, or periodically under normal operating conditions. Class 1 Division 2 locations are areas where ignitable concentrations of flammable gases, vapors, or liquids are present only under abnormal operating conditions such as a spill or leak. Enclosures for these locations must be explosion-proof, meaning that they are designed to contain an internal explosion without causing an external hazard. NEMA ratings, on the other hand, define the environmental protection provided by an enclosure. NEMA 3R enclosures are intended for outdoor use and provide protection against rain, sleet, snow, and ice formation. They are not necessarily explosion-proof. Several factors contribute to water entry in enclosures. These include degraded or damaged seals, improper installation, corrosion, and condensation. Seals and gaskets can deteriorate over time due to exposure to the elements, chemicals, and temperature fluctuations. Improper installation can leave gaps or openings through which water can enter. Corrosion can weaken the enclosure material and create pathways for water ingress. Condensation can form inside the enclosure due to temperature differences between the inside and outside, leading to water accumulation. Choosing the right enclosure for a specific application requires careful consideration of the environmental conditions and the potential hazards present. For hazardous locations, Class Division rated enclosures are essential to prevent explosions. For outdoor applications, NEMA 3R or higher rated enclosures are necessary to protect against water and ice. In some cases, an enclosure may need to meet both Class Division and NEMA requirements. Regular maintenance and inspection are crucial for ensuring that enclosures continue to provide the intended protection. This includes checking for signs of damage, corrosion, and water entry, as well as verifying that all seals and gaskets are in good condition. Replacement of damaged or worn components should be performed promptly to maintain the integrity of the enclosure. When selecting enclosures, it is essential to consult with qualified electrical engineers or inspectors to ensure that the chosen enclosures meet all applicable codes and standards. They can help assess the specific requirements of the application and recommend the appropriate enclosure type and rating. Additionally, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and maintenance to ensure that the enclosure performs as intended. Ignoring these instructions can compromise the protection provided by the enclosure and create a safety hazard. Consider an example. An electrical control panel is located outdoors in a chemical plant where flammable solvents are used. The area is classified as Class 1 Division 2 due to the potential for solvent vapors to be present under abnormal conditions. The control panel requires an enclosure that is both explosion-proof and weatherproof. In this case, a NEMA 4X enclosure that is also listed and labeled for Class 1 Division 2 would be the appropriate choice. The NEMA 4X rating provides protection against corrosion, water, and ice, while the Class 1 Division 2 rating ensures that the enclosure can contain an internal explosion without causing an external hazard. Proper installation and maintenance of the enclosure are essential to ensure that it continues to provide the intended protection. This includes regularly inspecting the seals and gaskets, checking for signs of corrosion, and verifying that all connections are tight. Another common scenario is an outdoor lighting fixture installed in a Class 1 Division 1 area of an oil refinery. In this case, a lighting fixture must be housed in an enclosure that is listed and labeled for Class 1 Division 1 protection. The enclosure must also be weatherproof to protect the fixture from rain, snow, and ice. Many manufacturers offer lighting fixtures specifically designed for hazardous locations that meet both Class Division and NEMA requirements. When installing electrical equipment in hazardous locations, it is crucial to follow all applicable codes and standards, such as the National Electrical Code (NEC). The NEC provides detailed requirements for the selection, installation, and maintenance of electrical equipment in hazardous locations. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring the safety of personnel and property. In conclusion, while a Class 1 Division 1 or Division 2 enclosure may provide some protection against the elements, it is not automatically suitable for use as a NEMA 3R enclosure. To ensure adequate protection against both explosion hazards and environmental factors, it is essential to select an enclosure that is specifically listed and labeled for both Class Division and NEMA ratings. Regular maintenance and inspection are also crucial for maintaining the integrity of the enclosure and preventing water entry. Always consult with qualified electrical engineers or inspectors to ensure that the chosen enclosures meet all applicable codes and standards.